In this video, we're going to go over some basic formatting in Excel. So to start off with, we're going to start with our heading in A1. And I've decided that I'd like that to be Times New Roman. So I'm going to click my font, and the easiest thing to do is just start typing Times. And then you'll notice it comes up there for us. And I'm going to bump that up to, say, 26 points. I've then decided that I want the first part of my company name to be one color, and then the last one to be a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click in A1 and then highlight the first part. I'm going to go to my font color and I'm going to change that to blue. And then I'm going to highlight the second part and I'm going to change that to red. I'm going to click my subheading in A2 and then I'm going to make that italics like so. Now what I want to do is I want to worry about formatting this table that I have here in my spreadsheet. And you'll notice that I have two of them, one for each of my products. The easiest way to do this is to format the first one and then actually copy those formattings over to the second one. The first thing that I want to do here is I want to highlight B6 through F6. And notice that we have some cell styles here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to make that accent 1, like you see here. And so what that does is very quickly format the information you see there. I'm going to bump that up to 16 point, and I'm going to make that bold like you see here. Now, at this point, what I need to take care of next is this heading here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make that an accent 1. Notice that I highlighted all of those areas. The next step that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to merge them into one cell. And then I'm going to come to my orientation tab up here and I'm going to make that vertical. And then once again I'm going to bump that up to 18 point. And then notice here under our alignments, we have left, right, and center like we've seen before, but we also have top, middle, and bottom. And I'm going to choose middle here to put that heading there in the middle like you see there. The next thing that I need to worry about is my number formatting. And here in these first 3 columns, what I want to do is I want to format these numbers with a comma. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click on my comma format. Notice it automatically put 2 decimal places in there. I do not need those, so I'm going to decrease my decimals and get rid of those. The next thing that I need to do is notice that I don't have enough room here for my headings. And so I'm going to double click and make my columns as wide as necessary for each of these items you see here. Next, on my percent of increase, what I want to do, these are actually percentages. So I'm going to highlight those, and I'm going to come up here and hit my percent button. And I want them to have 2 decimal places, so I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to increase my decimal point here. Finally, what I want to do is emphasize my total row. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to highlight it. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click bold. And in accounting, it's tradition when it's a total to put a single border at the top and a double at the bottom. So I'm going to highlight that information again. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to do top and double bottom border. And so that will give us the data that you see there. Finally, the next step that we want to take care of is we have the ability to put in what we call data bars here. So I'm going to highlight F7 through F14, and I'm going to come up here to my conditional formatting, and I'm going to click on data bars, and then I'm going to choose a color that looks good with my worksheet, and I'm going to click that. And what that gives us is a visual representation of what we're working with here. Finally, what I'm going to do is highlight my area. I'm going to hit my Format Painter. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to highlight the next area. And notice that with one click of the mouse, it copied all of my formatting over to my other spreadsheet.